Back Road Ministry, the world premiere, Mr. Marty coming back at you live and direct from the Kia Optima Studios. So a lot of people are, kind of asking, why am I not, have I said nothing about the Kabul airport bombing and all, the fun facts behind it. So I stated that I'm going to put something together today, kind of documenting why I don't deal with garbage like this. And the elite, like like we say, play in the world of chess. They try to masterfully set up the board and maneuver all the pieces in a strategic way. And the Kabul bombing, basically just opens up the door for the coming of Kamala Harris. We talked about this in other videos for people who were on my previous channel when I did the crowning of Kamala Harris at the same time that Kamala, the wrestler, died. She was ordained the vice president at that piece, or selected to be vice president by Biden prior to the election when Kamala, the wrestler, died. Uh, Kamala Harris at this time, of course, is 56 years old. Kamala 56. Coronavirus 56. We talked a lot about gematria numbers, and we'll go over those in the video. Coronavirus 56. Also, Kamala Harris is 67. So when you pull up ISIS K, the gematria for ISIS K is going to be 67. 67 gematria. We're going to do that. Look at a couple of things that, you know, how these things vibrate to the coming of Kamala Harris. Somebody pointed out pretty much the ritual started with Cuomo turning over the governor's chair to, I believe, the first female governor of New York. I don't think New York has ever had a female governor, and these firsts are going to take place with women taking these powerful offices. And they're not going to be elected, they're selected. When Kamala Harris came on the scene, as we said, let's go to Kamala, see if it'll pull up for us. So when Kamala Harris came on the scene, Kamala, age 56, we see Kamala 56. I had the conversation that they just don't present a person without an agenda. And Kamala's agenda, starting off, was simple. Put her in the forefront, act like he wanted to run for president officially, but set up a situation where, Kamala, basically where she um, would just be placed as the vice president. But placed in that position because you're going to have her to be the president down the line. Kamala Harris, we are all know, is controlled by a very powerful puppet master, a very powerful African American puppet master at that. So for African Americans who have this idea that the elite is just one color, you're a damn fool. There are a bunch of very high powered, and this puppet master sits on his throne and acts like he's very innocent, but he's not. He's a puppet master and definitely a big wig for the elite. He sits there controlling the strings, and he masterfully, along with the Clintons, put together a situation where they could take over the White House again through the embodiment of Kamala Harris. So you'll have the Clintons and Hillary in the White House, just with Kamala Harris, we can say, leading the charge. But it was all pretty much staged, rigged, and put together this way. So no, it's not a coincidence that you have Kamala Harris, number 56 during the time of the coronavirus. And let's pull it up real quick. Do some stuff real quick. And see, coronavirus 56. Coronavirus 56. So It's no coincidence that Kamala, during the time of Corona, was presented to you. Like I say, they do this on purpose. They present these people on purpose. And this had been pretty much the play the whole time to get the coronavirus and then, begin to filter in whatever agenda he had. And it should really point and really let African American women know who they hold in high regard and which woman they've always held in high regard. You see it on the commercials now, all the Caucasian males have African American women with them. They're trying to eradicate and push away the African American male. We have to be feminized. We can't even be represented as real men in movies anymore, or real men in commercials anymore. We're feminine men at this point, just telling them what they think about African American men and men of color, because they want our women. They always have. They want that phoenix gene, that dominant gene, the gene that can create children that can absorb the corona from the rays of the sun. Because like we talked about, the sun is getting hotter. Is it as bad as it was before? No. Is it going to be more gamma, more radiation coming at us? Yes. And we talked about some of the signs, but some of the people getting sick, possibility signs of radiation poison and radiation sickness. So Kamala is primed during the time of coronavirus to become the new president. And of course, the easy way to get a person in is create a fake war scenario. Now you got Biden looking like he's an idiot. Week prior to this fake bombing or so-called bombing, you had his press secretary talking about they're looking out for ISIS-K. And people, come on now. Think about, the cereal Special K. All of a sudden now we got ISIS-K. That ISIS-K. ISIS-K. I mean, it's just fucking ridiculous. ISIS-K, bro. So ISIS K 67, ISIS K 41. And for those that's been with me long enough, 41 is the 13th prime number. ISIS K 41, 41, of course, whenever it comes up. 41, of course, the 13th prime number, 13 American soldiers dead. That's why I'm not dealing with this story. I already told you, look for the numbers. 13, the number of change. Anytime there's going to be a significant change, you'll see the number 13 pop up inside of the scenario of the ritual. So 41 leads into 13 all the time. You're going to see those numbers together. So ISIS K brings forth the change, which ushers in the reign of Kamala Harris. This is not good for African Americans and people of color. People of color think it's good. Remember, you got the lethal injection floating around, and I hope people's been paying attention. And now they got the Easy E special. When Easy E was said to have received a lethal injection, and Ice Cube came out with the album Lethal Injection right after Easy died. He got the lethal injection of HIV, putting live virus into a person. What do you think they're doing with these lethal injections? What do you think of what do you think of a vaccine is made of? Being in the military, they give you the actual virus. They have to. They give you a strand of the virus to create and place antibodies in your body. Ask some of your medical friends. Tell these folks to stop lying to you and tell you the truth. Being in the military, working with the medical corps, you get the truth of what they doing to you, because you can ask questions and they damn sure gonna tell you. So during the time of coronavirus, create uh, they create ISIS K, the 41 click, also 67. Why is 67 important? 67 is important because we'll go up to ciphers. See your numbers with ISIS K 67, 22, which you say the number of the master builder, 31. It's happened on a date with 31 numerology. Got a 41. But if you go back to Kamala, you see, right. See, Kamala Harris is 67, just like ISIS K. So ISIS K is going to usher in Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris 67, ISIS K 67. So, that's really just a quick breakdown of why I'm not dealing with this story, because I know it's a bunch of malarkey, stage malarkey, stage malarkey. Remember, the Afghan war is pretty much over. Troops are going to be pulled out anyway. ISIS, America's been in bed for ISIS for years. ISIS left so America can pretty much bring all the opium over to the country that they needed, so they can, the pharmaceuticals can make their money. And who's to say the pharmaceuticals aren't using the same opioid drugs in this damn lethal injection? Who's to say? Who's to say? So, we have fought many opium wars. We just fought another one in Afghanistan. Everybody knows around the world, Afghanistan is one of the major producers of opium. They produce the poppy, and you had an overflow of that. If you saw some of the stores, you had been paying attention. So it's all been just one big elaborate scheme and game to make money. That's all it is. And at the end of the day, the puppeteers come out because they want to keep control. So they'll give people of color what they feel they want. Just somebody with a black face sitting on a chair. The person has no power. The person has an agenda that they must play. Kamala's agenda is going to destroy the lives of millions of people with color. And after this agenda, that might be it. So when they said Trump was the last president, pretty much this was what they were talking about. Probably going to be a president after Kamala, due to the devastation and destruction that's going to be caused. But like I tell people, at the end of the day, the gods are coming. The gods are coming, and these folks, nothing they can do can really stop the inedible. You can kill off half of us, but the masters will still be on their way to clean house. And I hope these Negroes that have sold their soul are prepared to pay the piper, because he's coming to take them. And God knows they might not get him back. Mr. Markey, Backrow Ministry, peace and hair grease. Turn off the news. Stop watching the BS. Peace.